Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Legacy Talks. This one is going to be about the chess crusade, and it's going to get a little deep. There's two prevailing metaphors in this video. The first one is the crusade, the holy war, where the Catholics fought for the holy ground. Greg says that holy ground is within us. I'm going to go over this metaphor first, and then we'll go into energy, how that ties in. So, the holy ground, it's within each and every one of us. Greg says there's two people, the person that everyone else sees, and then the person that we see from within. And sometimes that person everyone else sees ends up being the person that you see, unless you've got the belief in that holy ground. If you close your eyes right now, can you see the holy ground within? That person that you want to become? If you can't, there's been times in my life where I haven't, but what's helped me is going for walks, some quiet time. I love music. I'm really into music, but I also know that there's times when I actually need dead quiet, just me and my thoughts, where I can just walk, enjoy nature, and think about things. I believe that as we go on this self-improvement journey, that holy ground we see starts to become clearer. Maybe at first all we see is a glimmer, just a shadow of it. But then as we continue this crusade of ours, because there are going to be people who are going to want to keep you where you are, because that's their comfort zone for you. And so when they see this new person, they start to see this person you see inside come out into the physical realm. It might scare them. And so we have to fight against those naysayers. Cut them off if we need to. Greg even says to cut off toxic friends. No more of these toxic influences. The Catholics did whatever they could to reclaim that holy ground because it meant more to them than any kind of man-made or superficial. It was something spiritual. Once we see the holy ground within, then we should do whatever we can to fight to claim that holy ground. Just because we see it doesn't mean it's not going to be a battle. It will be a battle. It will be a battle of belief where doubt starts to creep in, and you need to destroy it with action and belief. The holy ground is so important. It's the engine to all of this. Now, how does this tie into energy? Well, Greg is big into his Newton's laws. I think this is one of them. Energy cannot be created or destroyed. So we all have that high voltage inside. Early on, I used to wonder if I had what it took to reach the goals that I was aiming for, or to become the kind of man I wanted to be. Because anytime I'd even think of taking a step, I was so paralyzed in indecision, and I mistook it for weakness. But what Greg says is that the high voltage, it's dangerous, it's powerful. If misused, it can paralyze you. I paralyzed myself with my own power. It wasn't a display of weakness, it was a display of being too powerful and just misusing it. And so once I start to remove those blockers, allow that energy to course through me, that current to intensify, just take a deep breath and feel the energy coursing through me, sparking off me. I hope that's making some sense. It's really, it's hard to put to words. But once you find ways to start removing the stop signs, removing that box Greg talked about, he was sitting outside of a high voltage electricity box. Don't put that energy in a box. He wants us to release it. We may have gotten a good laugh when he took a piss on that box and said higher voltage, but what that really meant was he was saying screw you to all the naysayers, all the excuses. By taking a piss on it, he allowed more energy to course through him. I believe to get the energy out of the box and stop it from doing this constant 360 going around paralyzing you, you have to push that energy out of you and into the physical realm by doing things in the actual world. That's how you channel your energy into the goals. And that's why everything that we do matters so much. Every little thing is us channeling our energy. I'm feeling the energy. I just got out of a great workout. But I do have some roadblocks going on too. In my career, I'm trying to move up, but there's people out there who are questioning it. Because when I first came to the company, I was a very quiet guy. And I think to some extent, I always will be. But I'm starting to take away that stop sign. I'm becoming a different person. And they want to keep me as the same person I was, but that me that they saw wasn't the true me. That was the me that was abiding by their stop signs. But over the course of years, since I started getting really deep into the Greg Plitt content, I'm no longer a stop sign in my own life. The belief in the holy ground is going to be a key card to all this energy built inside of us, because that is the end goal. We finally have a path, we have a dream, something to look forward to, a person, a destiny, a purpose. Without that, the energy doesn't know what to do. It paralyzes us, stuck in analysis paralysis, too afraid to take the first step. But energy harnessed correctly, the world becomes our playground. Our dreams come true. Our imagination becomes reality. No more excuses. The world starts to look different. It looks more vivid. It looks more live. Because we're walking through it with far more energy. The electricity is crackling all around us. It's almost like you get shivers once you really tap into it. This video may not be for everybody. It might seem like I'm yapping, but no, I feel this. I feel it in the air, especially after a good workout. Making these good decisions day after day, becoming the person that I want to be. It's a good life. And maybe the physical realm hasn't caught up to what's inside. But I believe that eventually, as Greg says, you're going to become this dominating force, and it's going to freak people out. They're not going to be able to deny it anymore. It's a new you. And I think it's exciting because I don't see the full scope of the holy ground yet. I myself only see a glimmer of it. And it's almost like I'm an archaeologist in a way, where I'm slowly surfacing the true scope of this this it's like you're uncovering like a dinosaur, and at first you think it's this small thing, but then you see, wow, it's this massive. I mean, like, you don't know what you don't know, and so the excitement is seeing just how far and like how far you can go. I believe that my whole life I'll be uncovering more and more about this holy ground. And that's my purpose. To uncover that holy ground, see more and more of it. When I'm going for that last rep, if I've done a drop set and I'm still going and I'm doing more reps than I ever felt like I could, in that split-second moment, I see that person inside that I don't always see. That person I want to see comes out when I do that rep that I didn't believe I could do. Anytime I do something that I didn't think I could do, that person I see inside becomes more familiar. At first he was a stranger, but the more I do these things, the more he becomes a friend. You know, he'll move from stranger to acquaintance to friend to me. He becomes me. Well, guys, I think that's all I've got for this one. Until next time, peace.